I was pulling into my driveway after a long day of fieldwork when my path was blocked by a golf cart. It was decked out with magnetic HOA signs and a small American flag fluttering from the back. Behind the wheel was a woman in a blazer that screamed, "I demand to speak to your manager." She marched toward me, clutching a clipboard like it was the nuclear codes. "Finally caught you," she announced, tapping a manicured nail against her spreadsheet. "You owe the Meadowbrook Estates HOA $3,750 in road maintenance fees." I rolled down my window. "I think there's been a mistake. I don't live in Meadowbrook Estates." Her laugh was sharp. "Nice try. Everyone who uses this road pays their fair share. No exceptions." That's when I reached into my pocket and pulled out my federal badge. "Ma'am, this road belongs to the U.S. government. I suggest you move your cart." "My name is David Thompson. I'm a senior land surveyor for the Bureau of Land Management." And Karen Rodriguez was about to find out that the law of the HOA doesn't mean much when compared to the laws of the United States. 6 months ago, I moved into an old Forest Service ranch house. It was quiet, secluded, and connected to the highway by a well-maintained road. The catch? The road ran through Meadowbrook Estates. My property sat a quarter-mile beyond their boundary. I accessed it via a federal easement that predated their subdivision by decades. But to Karen, I was just another resident to control. The letters started arriving immediately. Pool furniture color restrictions. Grass height measured to the quarter-inch. I ignored them. Then came the orange violation notices taped to my mailbox. Then Karen started the stalking phase. She'd park her golf cart at the entrance to the federal road, timing my arrivals. She even had the HOA erect a sign declaring the road private property. That sign lasted exactly 1 day. I removed it myself, citing 18 U.S.C. 1361, willful depredation of government property. I kept the sign as evidence. Karen doubled down. She started telling neighbors I was a squatter, avoiding my fair share. She suggested at meetings that the HOA should install a gate to lock me out. What she didn't know was that the neighbors were actually on my side. Margaret Chun brought me cookies and apologized for Karen's behavior. Robert, a retired attorney, warned me that Karen had a history of targeting anyone who challenged her authority. Then, the summons arrived via certified mail. A formal order to appear before the HOA board to address my theft of services. It threatened liens and criminal trespassing charges. I decided to go. But I wasn't there to defend myself. I was there to conduct an audit. The community center was packed. Karen stood at the podium in a power suit, looking like a suburban warrior. She ran a PowerPoint of my truck on her road, building to a dramatic finish. I move that we authorize immediate legal action against Mr. Thompson for theft of services. I stood up. Point of order. I'd like to present some information. Karen smirked. You'll have your chance during the resident comment period. Actually, I said, stepping forward, this concerns federal law. My name is David Thompson, and I am a senior surveyor with the BLM. This road isn't your private property. It's a federal easement established in 1947. The room went dead silent. I projected the original 1947 survey onto her screen. That's impossible, she sputtered. We've maintained that road for 20 years. Actually, I replied, clicking to the next slide, the Bureau of Land Management has been paying for road maintenance since 2018. We split the costs 60-40 with the government paying the majority. We use the same construction company you do. I watched the board members' faces turn white as they pulled out their phones to check the financial records. The maintenance costs they'd been billing the homeowners for were already covered by the federal government. Furthermore, I addressed the crowd, restricting access to federal property is a crime. Sending fraudulent bills is mail fraud. And using HOA funds for purposes other than stated? That's embezzlement. The room erupted. A vote of no confidence was called on the spot. It was unanimous. Karen intercepted me in the parking lot, her bravado replaced with desperate bargaining. Surely we can work something out? It was a misunderstanding. Ma'am, I said, you attempted to extort a federal employee and defrauded your neighbors. My report will be filed Monday morning. The forensic audit revealed Karen had been pocketing the extra maintenance fees for 3 years, over $40,000. The state attorney general filed charges for embezzlement. The federal prosecutor added charges for extortion and interference with government operations. At her arraignment, the judge read the potential penalties: 20 years for mail fraud, 10 for theft of government funds. Karen's composure finally cracked. She burst into tears, mascara running down her cheeks, as the bailiff led her away. The road is quiet now. The private property signs are gone. And every morning when I drive to work, I look at that 1947 easement and think, it's amazing what a little bit of history, and the right badge, can do for a neighborhood.